Friday. I do want to give a warning here. If you've got littles in the room, we are about to talk about some scary movies, okay? So just know that if you need to get anybody to run to the kitchen for a second.
Go get an applesauce pouch.
All right, before Chucky or Jason or Freddy, there was Michael.
Was it the boogeyman? I'm scared.
There's nothing to be scared of.
Are you sure? How?
I killed him.
You can't kill the boogeyman.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, forget that.
Yes.
Oh, the original big screen boogeyman is back in theaters this weekend. So is he worth your screams? From Paul's trip to the movies, it's Paul McGuire Grimes.
Hey, Paul. Hi. All right, Paul, you're about to talk to two people who really don't like scary movies. Talk to us about the latest installment in Halloween.
Well, I think for you two, this is going to scare your pants off.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah, the original Halloween is my favorite scary movie of all time. So I went into this with some expectations, and this one definitely lived up to what I was hoping and wanting it to be.
Oh, there's Jamie the Critic.
So she is back as Laurie Strode, and in this one, we really find that she is a survivor of trauma. So we get to know her character even more in this one and really care about what she's gone through over the last 40 years. And we see how trauma, especially in this Me Too environment, has affected her daughter, played by Judy Greer, and her granddaughter.
I mean, you could not even pay me enough to sit and watch this.
Yeah,
What if you came over to the comfort of my house, we had a scary movie night together.
No,
I
not
can't
happening.
even watch that preview. It makes me so scared.
And there are even some better scares in the movie too, because it's back to what made the original so good. It's simple, it's effective. John Carpenter's back composing the really eerie, simple music to it.
Yeah.
Plays with lighting and shadows, wondering what we see in the darkness. I really thought it's the best sequel, in my opinion, in this whole 11-movie franchise.
Look at
Wow.
that. Tickets
Yeah,
don't
I'm giving
serve.
this 4 out of 5. I really want people to go see it. Go see scary movies in the theaters, because that's what you want. It's just to get scared.
Yeah, unless you're us, and we don't want to get scared.
We probably won't be attending this, but I'm sure many of you will. Marcus Theaters is doing something fun. Tell us about Fright Night.
Yeah, Fright Night. So they're bringing back, first this weekend is going to be It. So It came out last year, the new remake of the Stephen King masterpiece book. So part 1 is back in theaters this weekend, and I loved it because I think it really plays up the bond and the friendship of who these kids are and them going after Pennywise the dancing clown. I thought it was so good. The next one, part 2, is going to come out next year. So if you didn't see it, go see it in theaters.
No.
Bill Skarsgård is great. And then next weekend, it is The Exorcist, back on the big screen.
Thanks for the
One
invite,
of
but
my.
I'm busy.
This is
You
the
wanna
head
come with?
spinner, right?
Yes.
When?
So this was
No, that
Linda
won't
Blair,
work.
Ellen Bernstein as her mom. So this was loosely based on a true story of a
Lord.
1949 exorcism of Roland Doe, based on the book by William Peter Blatty. And this was nominated for 10 Oscars, won 2 of them, and remains one of the best and scariest movies to date.
I think I've seen part of that one, and I think I blacked out.
Isn't there,
part
does
of
someone head spin around and green
Yeah,
vomit,
so
right?
Linda Blair, who plays the little girl Reagan,
Yes.
she gets
She
possessed by the
flips.
devil. Her head spins, she spews vomit. And what makes this movie scary is that because it's from the 70s, it's all practical effects. So you're seeing like the bed literally shaking. You're seeing like it's a chilly atmosphere, and the set they feel was haunted because of all the accidents that happened while they were filming this movie. Someone died shortly after filming a scene. So if you love Hollywood stories, folklore like that, go check it out and then rewatch this movie. It totally holds up, especially if you're like into Catholicism or religious stuff like that.
This is scary stuff. You also think you could get Hocus Pocus at home if you
Yes.
want to.
So if you're maybe more into family movies, it's the 25th anniversary of Hocus
This
Pocus,
is
one
fun,
of my
yeah.
favorites. And Freeform is doing really something great. So tomorrow night on Freeform, they're doing this reunion concert and with all the actresses, Bette Midler, Kathy Najimy, Sarah Jessica Parker as the Sanderson sisters. And we watch this every year. It is so much fun.
That's fun.
Thank you, Paulie.
Thank
As
you very
always,
much.
buddy. Good
Visit
time.
His website.
Yes.
It's paulstriptothemovies.com for more movie reviews.
You can also listen to Paul on the Colleen and Bradley Show on My Talk 107.1 every Friday, or on his podcast, also called Paul's Trip to the Movies.
Let's go to